wonder, is there coffee in heaven? There's questions I like to ask Jesus. I really would. So many questions. Like, are there puppies and kitty cats? You know, I want to know a lot of things, and I'll find out eventually. But it's cool to kind of wonder, ain't it? You know, I asked God for patience. Oh, and He made me wait. Oh, He made me wait a long time. And I got frustrated because He made me wait. And then I asked God for strength. Oh, and my trials and my tribulations got horrible. Horrible. And I got frustrated. I asked God to make me like Him so that I would walk like Him and talk like Him, portray Him as best of my abilities. And He put me through the fire. And I didn't understand. Couldn't figure out why He would do that to me. And it was all the things that I asked for that He gave me. He don't just give you things. It don't work like that. You kind of gotta earn it. You kind of gotta, it's a process. It's a process. You can't handle it if it was just given to you. You'd waste it. You'd just throw it away. Wouldn't do you any good. So He has to mold you and, put the fire to you and create the being that you are going to be for Him. It's actually an amazing process. And once you get through it and you look back in hindsight, you're like, oh, wow. I didn't realize this was all going on while I was going through it. I was thinking, oh, why me, God? Why me? Why are you doing this to me? I'm sitting there thinking, why aren't you talking to me? Why am I not hearing from you? The whole time it was me, because I was mad, because He's putting me through the fire that I asked for. Isn't that funny? That to me is hilarious, because now that I look at it and I see what I've gone through and see that He's been with me the whole time. He never forsaked me. He's been there holding my hand and lifting me up and sending people in that needed to be there to help me along the way. I didn't see the things that He was doing behind the scenes to get me here where I'm at, to give me the growth that I needed. I was just like, why? I was angry. I was like this screaming little bratty child that was just, out of control. And I thought I was just fine. I wasn't. I wasn't at all. I was a mess. I was a raging royal mess. And, I still have a lot to work on. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But when you ask for something, be careful what you ask for. Make sure you're ready for it. Well, you'll actually never be ready for it. But you got to prepare yourself a little bit if you can, because everything that you think is going to happen, or everything that you think should happen, or the plans that you make, God's going to change them. He says, oh, you think you're going to go over here and live there? Oh, no. You're going to go over here, and you're going to do this for me. And you think you're going to go over there and do this? No, baby. I thought I told you. The plans are going to change. Just when you thought you were getting comfortable, I was going to change it up on you. Yeah, that's what God does. That's what God does. Not to destroy you, but to build you. It's so that you don't get too comfortable and you don't get stagnant in your life and you don't stop growing. That is why we do it. That is why we go through a lot of what we go through. Some of it is caused by things and choices that we have done and made. Our own doing, our own destruction. I have done much of that. I can definitely probably lecture on that. I've done so much of that. But some of it is also due to, and some of it we have to go through so that we can help someone else, because that's really what our purpose here on earth is. And, we go through the things for a reason. Everything we go through for a reason. Whether it's to strengthen us or to mold us, put us through the fire. It is not only for us. It's for God, number one. It's for us, number two. And it's for the people around you and the other people who have gone through it. It's going to happen one way or the other. But God makes it in such a way that when it does happen, you can use it so that maybe somebody else can get through it a little easier. Or maybe it will keep somebody else from ever doing it. You never know. Your purpose here is to help others. So anytime in any place that you can help someone else, we really need to do that. It is part of the growth process. And one thing I have learned with God, I have learned so much, because I thought that I was always a giving person. And I was by definition. I always believed that you were supposed to help other people, even before I really knew God. But I really learned that the purpose of helping other people, yes, it's because we're supposed to help other people, right? But every person fits into a piece of the puzzle. And without you helping this person, they might not be able to reach their destiny as quickly as they should. Like, their destiny may be to help this person, and they can't get to that person if you don't reach out and help them, right? But if you decide not to reach out and help them, it doesn't matter, because God will send somebody else to come in and reach out and help them. The destiny is always reachable. It will always be reachable. It will never not be reachable. If you decide not to do your part, it's still going to happen. But it will happen a lot faster if you do your part, right? See, this whole growth thing and learning all of this stuff, it's like the pay it forward thing. Everything you pay, that's wrong wording. Everything you do for someone else, you do out of love. And you do it wonderfully with an open, happy heart, right? Don't do it out of necessity. Don't do it because you have to. You do it because you want to. And because that's what you believe that we're supposed to do. That's God in you, right? That's why you do it. And by doing this way, oh baby, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You reap good blessings because you gave good blessings. And it's not always material or money. Sometimes it's taking the time out to listen to somebody, or to give them a helping hand, carrying their groceries. Give them some advice. Take them to church. Take them to an appointment. Mow their lawn. Just being in the moment and helping them with whatever they need. Sometimes it's just to be chatty, and a smile, because they haven't seen anybody for a while, had a conversation with anybody for a while, and they absolutely need it. So be where you're needed, grow where you need to grow, and keep Jesus